You are now listening to the Scheist Podcast, when millions of opinions just aren't enough.
Hello, and welcome to a very special presentation of the Scheist Podcast. I'm your host, Nick Scheist, with my co-host, Vanya Garraway from Review Cinema in Toronto. We'll be taking a deep dive into the career of the legendary Roy Scheider. So join us as we go into the Scheider-Verse.
It's showtime, folks.
I understand you used to be in banking.
If it's still 120 pounds overweight, Jimmy's got to be right.
Hold your nose, we're in deep shit.
Something about your face makes me want to slap the shit out of it.
All right, Six. He shot a cop. I'm on the job. He's going for the bridge. Close it off.
People ask me questions, and I give you answers, and then I ask you questions, and you give me answers, and that's the way we find out things.
You're not Swiss, what are you?
I don't go after a girl. Girl comes to me.
You better help this friend of yours get off the yellow stuff.
Never mind why, just get out.
I have no respect for pacifism. It's a morally bankrupt belief.
Come on down and chum some of this shit.
There you go. You heard the lady.
So, I have my list of Roy Scheider films that
me too.
We both went away to
We
our
went away.
separate corners.
Mm-hmm.
Yours in the United States, mine in Canada.
Opposite coasts.
Opposite coasts. We did our, I did my East Coast thing with Scheider, and you did your West Coast thing with Scheider. Actually, where's he from?
Roy, I have no idea. He seems like a New Yorker, though.
He seems like he's from New York, or at least he seems like he's from the East.
I could see Midwest if it's maybe Detroit or Michigan.
I was thinking maybe, I don't know, maybe Philly.
We taking bets right now? All right, I'm gonna say.
I was thinking maybe Philly.
I'm gonna go with the Rust Belt then. We'll say.
Or maybe it's not New York. Maybe it's I don't know. It's just really close. Maybe it's New Jersey.
Maybe.
But you know what?
Are you looking this up or am I?
That's a cheat. That's a cheat because I might have it. It's not a cheat. It's just I might have it in my brain already from looking up things. Let me look.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's see. Where is he? Okay. It says on Wikipedia. Where you go? New Jersey.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well,
he's from Orange, New Jersey. I feel like it's in my mind already from how many times I've looked up Roy Scheider things because I love him. So
I talked myself out of the New York area. I was like, yeah, he seems very New York. So
yeah, New Jersey, Orange, New Jersey, born November 10th, 1932.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time ago. He's been gone since 2008.
Yeah.
R.I.P. A legend.
A legend, but that's why we're here and talking about him. And that's why we have been kicking the can around trying to figure out how exactly to get this project off the floor. And, I'm a sucker for catchy names. So once it was just people love Roy Scheider. I want to do Into the Scheider-Verse. And we're just okay, we're going to make it happen. And so here we are. This is the ground level. Yeah.
I had come to you too. And I said, I want to talk about Roy. I want to focus on one person. And he was at the top of my list. And what's really funny though, Nick, is that I think I said that he was at the top of my list and you weren't like, oh, really? Roy Scheider? Like a normal person would be? You were like, yep.
Of course. Well,
and then and not only were you I was just I want to do this thing. I want to do focus on one actor and blah, blah, and Roy Scheider's at the top of my list. There were a couple others, but he was at the very tippy top. And then I said it to you and you were like, yeah, Roy Scheider. And then almost instantly you were into the Scheider-Verse. It was so fast. It was too fast. For most people.
I mean, I grew up watching Roy, and I always felt like he was one of those actors that every time he got the chance to be the guy, he delivered, but still just almost never really transitioned into being the next it guy in Hollywood. always reliable, always good. Every time he had like a lead role, when it came to him, he delivered, but never really became like a superstar. But as we've made a bunch of friends through film club, and we've made a bunch of film friends online, anytime I mentioned Roy Scheider, there is like universal love for him. So I'm really happy to see that, and I'm excited to get started with this. And we approached this differently, where it was like, hey, this is going to be maybe a single episode where we're going to talk about all of these movies that we selected, and then we'll maybe do another episode on all of these movies we selected. But I think we've nailed it down. So we want to do sort of like a mini series where we talk about each of these films individually, and we're going to do two sort of separate series. Well, we'll do Into the Scheider-Verse, and then we'll do Across the Scheider-Verse, where we get into some of maybe his better supporting secondary stuff, whatever. But it's just going to be you and me.
Yeah.
We'll probably, if I open up the phone lines for people to leave messages and stuff, we might get some calls, and we might be able to bring some friends in just leaving voicemail. So we did go our separate ways to crawl into our Roy Scheider cave and figure out what are the movies that we really want to cover for each section, because he does have some pretty notable stuff, and we want to also bring some less notable stuff to the table. And as I was thinking about it too, I was like, you know what? He's got some bad movies. So might even be able to cross it all the way over into a bad movies we love Roy Scheider series.
Oh my God. Nick's laughing because he's seeing me because I'm doing crazy hand actions. There's a couple of things I want to say in response to what you just said. First of all, I love a crossover, and I think both of us are, well, I'm a cusper, but like we're close in we're in the same generation, basically. We grew up with crossovers happening, and that's like exciting. I know it seems like doesn't happen as much in the more organic way. It happens like, in the Arrowverse, where it's like a million crossovers and you have to know all the shows. But like a real, like solid, cool, crossover, like particularly on TV from like the past, is like, next thing you know, it's like Murder, She Wrote and Magnum PI have a crossover, and that's crazy. Like, it's awesome. So I'm pumped about the idea of having Into the Scheider-Verse or Across the Scheider-Verse, more likely crossover with bad movies as well. That's so good. But also, to what you said about him being a universally liked person, it makes perfect sense. I love that that the word universe is in the title of this mini-series or retrospective that we're doing, because I think that I've said this before in a reel that I created about him, that he's the everyman. He has a universality to him as an actor, or what people would call a character actor. I mean, character actors always seems like weird to me, because I feel like everybody should be, as an actor, just be a character actor. Makes sense. Anyway, but yeah, he said it about himself. Like, this is something that he was aware of. It wasn't like he was just bounding through life and being like, oh, I'm kind of like the everyman. No, he was like very aware that he could play different cultures, like he can look like different kinds of people from different cultures. He knew that he had this thing about him, like even just his vibe about him, and so I think it's really cool that all of this is kind of coming together organically for us, but also we're going to be like him, I think, too, and be very aware of it.
Well, I think because we're basing it more or less on just the name idea, was of course inspired from Into the Spider-Verse, which is a multiversal story where you get a lot of sort of competing Spider-Man characters from a bunch of different universes. So I feel like it's only appropriate to then sort of open the portal and jump into an entire sort of Bad Movies We Love series where we get to keep talking about Roy Scheider. Mm-hmm. Now that I have sub-series over there on that show, I can do whatever I want.
Exactly. And I mean, I'm just so excited to do this with you. I've been on Bad Movies You Love several times. We got to talk, a lot about a lot of things together. And so it's exciting to have like one focused thing, because sometimes I feel like we do want to focus on somebody, but we just have the one episode. So this is going to be extra fun.
Yeah. And a lot of other podcasts that are movie podcasts are typically run by two hosts. I mean, I'm just thinking about people that we know, and a lot of them are multi-hosted. And part of the experience of listening to those shows is sort of developing a relationship with those two hosts and tuning into the show each week to hear the two hosts. So you feel sort of like you're just part of a conversation, where it's like my show typically is not like that. I work with a lot of people more than once, but never where it's solely focused with two hosts, until just recently, where Stephanie joined me to do a sci-fi series where we're sort of going to slowly build up to that. We're doing twice a month. So that will be a new adventure. And then I kind of do This Week at the Movies over on the other show with Kristen. And that took a while to actually bring her over and actually like get her in the habit of doing it every week. So this is going to be a fun project where we're going to get to know each other. Yeah. Oh yeah. X-Men, where I hosted with Seth.
Yeah. Yeah, we are going to get to know each other, and even bond more about Roy, and that's, I don't know, I'm really excited.
Yeah, people are going to get to know us is what's going to happen here.
Yeah, that's true. Through this man, that's really interesting. I didn't think about it like that, but yeah, they're going to get to know us more. I think based on how we feel about these films, which I think is really interesting how that works.
Well, I've been looking for a reason to talk about Jaws for like a long time.
Right.
I was like, you would just have to stop me, because I could talk to you about Jaws all day long. And, there was like last 4th of July, I watch it every 4th of July, and it came around where I was like, oh, I didn't have my Jaws underwear and my Jaws socks and my Jaws shirt on. So I didn't have like my full Jaws gear. And I was like, the punishment should be that I have to watch Jaws every day until the next 4th of July. And I don't think I would get tired of it. And so part of me was like, should I start like a sub-series podcast where it's just the Jaws cast, where I watch it every day and see if I can get tired of Jaws, because it hasn't happened yet. And I've seen it over 100 times. So maybe I was like, this is too much. I was like, I already have too much going on. This is probably not a great idea, where I would have to record an episode every single day. It could only be maybe 10 minutes or something, but
yeah, it could be 5.
Hey, look, you never know what the future holds. If you want me to do a Jaws cast, people, and you listen to this, demand the Jaws cast, and maybe I'll do it.
Okay. I have a Jaws skirt.
Ooh,
that is nice. Glorious. People, when they see it, they're like, oh my God, because it's so nice. I'll have to take a picture of it for the Jaws episode of this show.
I'll come decked out in my Jaws stuff.
Yeah, maybe we can do like, because we always talk about clothes. So when we talk about movies, we always talk about the fits. So maybe we have to show, our Jaws fits. Or clothing
I don't know how I'm going to get my socks on camera. I can bring the socks and underwear in separately and just hold them up to the camera.
You can hold them up, or you can like take a still of them. I'll take a still of my skirt, and I think I have a picture of me in the skirt, so we can do that on my end.
You're thinking like with all the brain cells. I'm not. I'm like, am I supposed to hold my feet up to the camera?
Yeah, I'm like using my whole mind. We're gonna figure out that too. Like, what's the balance of how our minds work? I'm hoping, what I'm hoping we find out, like, what his quirks are. What we can like, what's a pattern in his performances. I would love to see if we figure that out. Like, if he has a formula kind of that he's working with, or little like mannerisms and all the, things like that. I just am excited go deep. We are going to do like his like most popular stuff, and then we're going to do deep cuts, right? That's the
the idea, yeah.
Across the Scheider-Verse part.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we wanted to talk about those real quick, like,
yeah, we both prepared
about, like,
lists, so we got to agree on movies. So I feel like obviously the A sides, we just talked about it. We're going to do Jaws, right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no way around it.
We talked about doing Jaws and Jaws 2 as like a oneer, right? Because we don't think, you don't really need to do 2 episodes. Well, I mean, obviously me and you could, like, we could talk about there could be a whole Jaws like thing. Like there could be a whole podcast devoted to Jaws. I mean, I sent you something today. There's a whole account on Instagram that's like the daily Jaws. They post daily about Jaws.
Oh.
Like, how is that even possible?
Nice. I gotta hop on Instagram and follow them immediately.
Yeah, I do follow them. And I sent you him talking about Jaws. It was 2 clips of Roy talking about Jaws today. So yeah, if they can do that daily, I mean, that's so, but we're gonna do it in one episode. Yeah,
whoever's running that account, homies. I'll reach out to them and be like, hey, this is awesome. We're gonna do a Jaws podcast. If you want to add like a little supplemental thing, here's the sort of voicemail number. I should probably change the voicemail greeting though, but because it is like, hey, you've reached the Bad Movies We Love hotline. Be like, ignore that part and just trust me. But yeah, so we'll do Jaws with a little like Jaws 2 infusion.
Yes. Oh, also, I was gonna say, like, I think, okay, before we go deeper, I have this idea that I think we should bring in, like, we should get people to send their anecdotes, like, kind of like if they have Jaws anecdotes, to us. Maybe we can talk about them on the episode. We can call it like Bruce Mail or something like that. That's the name of we can name it after Roy in some way. And then also we can get people to send their photos maybe of their stuff that they have. Like, I know I just talked to my friend last week about how she showed me her Jaws Lego. So stuff like that, right?
Yeah, here, I'll show you right now because it's been on the shelf for a while, but it was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive that my friend was going down to San Diego. And I was like, well, if you happen to go, make sure you grab this for me. And I don't know, let's see if the camera will pick it up with the digital background. Oh, no.
Oh, it did for a second. It's so cute.
I'm just going to turn off my graveyard background for a second. I don't know why I decided to do that. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's my little
oh, is it like a pop vinyl? It's a pop vinyl. Yeah. It's so freaking cute. Like the eyes have the pop vinyl eyes, but they're shark eyes.
Yeah, that's Quinn,
like a doll's eyes
biting the dust.
Yeah. Okay. So want to go to the next film? I think I'm gonna say let's go back and forth.
Sure.
And see where we land.
Well,
okay, so
I'm sure
you
there's
said
some
Jaws.
Crossover. Yeah, we got Jaws.
There definitely is There's definitely crossover. Then I have All That Jazz, right?
Of course, yeah, got to do that one.
Because that's arguably, from what I hear from others, his greatest performance. Like, yeah, it's his Oscar-nominated performance. I don't know how many, if he had any others, but I definitely know he was nominated for Best Actor for that. You want to go?
Okay. Well, I'll see your All That Jazz and I'll raise you a sorcerer.
Oh, right. Do you know that I have them written down in this order? Like,
oh, wow.
Even though they don't come out in that order. That's how I've listed them when I wrote them
it's
down.
my top 3 also, so.
It's crazy that I had it written that way. Okay. This is not going to be the next one on your list, but it probably is on your list. Blue Thunder.
Ooh, that is the next one on my list, actually.
Oh,
because it's outside of like his mainstays, but it's still one that I grew up with. And also, you get Malcolm McDowell as the villain. I'm like, of course.
Yeah, it was really Jaws and Blue Thunder that I grew up with. Those ones.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the last one that I added to my top choice list was 52 Pickup because you had recommended it. I haven't seen it. But I was like, based on your recommendation, I was like, I think I want to have that in there. And then I have a bunch of stuff that is, I also have like an alternates list that
I do too.
If we end up like really continuing this and still wanting to do a bunch of those, we can.
Oh, I feel like I want to do so many of these, Nick, that this is maybe going to be longer than what we thought.
That's fine.
Okay, so I had 52 pickup was written down next too. Should I go?
Look at that. Then we have the same top 5, right?
We have the same top 5.
All right. Well, then I guess that's locked in.
Okay.
All right.
There's more. I have more on my list though. Do you want to talk
keep
about
going?
those?
Yeah.
So these I've written down the ones that he has starred in. And so the 7-Ups. Okay, so the 7-Ups is a direct connection to the French Connection. Where he was a supporting actor. So I have like a list of his like awesome films that he starred in, but he was just a supporting character. But he was a really important supporting character. So the 7-Ups he stars in, which is a great film. But you can go. You tell me.
So that's number 1 on my alternates list. I also have 2010 because I like sci-fi movies.
Oh, I do not have that on my list.
Yeah, so it is the like unneeded sequel to 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh yes.
So
yes.
I mean, for that reason and for the legacy of the film that precedes it, I feel like that is a solid one to keep on the list, and he is a lead in that as well.
How did I not put that on my list now? Okay, then I have Still of the Night, a thriller with him, kind of a sexy thriller with him and Meryl Streep, young Meryl Streep, very sultry Streep, and it's just lovely. They have great chemistry. So that's all on my alternates.
Okay.
Too.
Let's see, what else do I have in here?
I mean,
The Fourth War.
Oh, I don't have that.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that I haven't seen that I'm curious about. I think it's sort of like a Cold War story, if I remember correctly. I had it somewhere, but now I'm blanking on where I actually put this stuff. So,
okay, should I go again?
Yeah, go for it.
Night Game, that baseball thriller.
Oh, okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, yeah.
Baseball
thriller.
I mean, look, I know you like baseball. I came across that and I was like, should I do this one? I was like, I'll leave it because I had confidence in you.
Okay.
So let's see. You got Still of the Night. Okay. Fourth War. So another one that I was looking at was Last Embrace.
Oh, okay.
So these are all ones where I'm like, okay, this is something that I want to make sure that I get a chance to see. Comes after Jaws 2 and Sorcerer.
Sorry, can you say the title?
Last Embrace from 1979. Okay. So
is he the lead in that?
He is. So the little tagline is: a government agent recovering from a nervous breakdown deciphers a death threat written in ancient Hebrew. So,
all right, yeah, okay. So we've both brought up. I have more, but
yeah,
we've both said 3. Yeah, we've both said 3 on this alternates list. So we have 6. We have more on this alternates list than we do on the.
So it's 7-Ups, 2010, list. Still of the Night, Fourth War, Night Game, and Last Embrace, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
also, I have more.
Yeah, well, Cohen and Tate. So this is like the stuff that
you have Cohen and Tate.
I do, yeah. I mean, it's him and Adam Baldwin, and they're mob assassins, but they have to like protect the little boy. So just stylistically, I was like, I could totally watch this.
Okay. So hold on. Just wanna get some information here. I also have Daybreak.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just get the vibe for that one again, because I can't remember exactly. Yeah. It's, want to know the tagline
Yes.
or the premise? Tagline?
I don't know. Whatever you feel is appropriate here.
The shortest distance between 2 points is disaster. Okay. So
Yes.
people are trying to find their way out of a subway tunnel after a devastating earthquake. I feel like I saw this when I was young, but I don't remember it, you know?
So it's like, is that the movie? So is that what Sylvester Stallone remade when he did Daybreak?
I think so.
Because that is in a tunnel and there's like an earthquake or something and they're trapped and have to get out.
You know what? I didn't see this one. I saw that one.
The Sly one? I've seen it too, of course.
But maybe I did see this one when I was little. It has Ted McGinley. Anyway, okay. So Daybreak.
I'm pro Ted McGinley, so I like that.
And then and the other one I had was, I have to look it up though. I have to make sure that I have it right. Hold on. I wish I wrote down the year. It would have been helpful for me to find it again. It's called yeah, I found it. It's called Red Serpent.
Ooh, that's the one that's #1 on my bad movies we love crossover list.
Oh, you never know when he'll strike. It's a powerful drug cartel in Moscow wants to use American businessman Steve Nichols in a smuggling scheme and ensures his operation by kidnapping. Okay, it just keeps going. I don't want to read the whole entire synopsis.
It has a staggering 2.0 IMDb rating.
Okay, so those
630 ratings. So it's like no one has ever even seen this, and the people that didn't feel like taking the time to actually leave a review for it. So
okay, so that's my list, except for the 3 films that he was a co-star in, and they're exceptional performances by him, and the movies would not be the same without him.
Okay.
Should I list those, or?
Well, yeah, because we got our A-sides list. Now we've got our alternates list, and now let's go with our B-sides, because I've got some in there too that I think we can complete a full little 5-film circuit of.
Oh, okay. So that was like our alternates. So we did like, I think we should have, I think that we should have 6 films as our main list.
Okay. So what do you want to add in there then?
6 or 7 films as our main list.
As our like our starting point. So when we do like, here's the A-sides, it's 6 films?
Or 7.
6 or 7? Well, okay, so what do you want to add on to the A-sides then?
7-Ups and maybe 2010.
All right, let's do it. I think because taking this on as a continuous project is less daunting than like, hey, let me watch 6 films and then try to have a discussion about all 6 films at once. It's a little easier there. So, all right. So we've gotten, now we got 7 on the A sides. Our alternate list is still intact. And now the B sides, right?
Okay. This is his supporting.
That's how I look at it. Yeah.
Okay. So Marathon Man.
Yeah,
like obviously. Major character.
Yeah,
like,
love that movie. It was one of like the first.
So much.
It's one of the first, probably like, I guess what I would call older movies that I saw at the time. It was like probably one of the first American movies from the 70s that I had seen.
Right.
So it always had like a strong place in my heart, and of course that movie's amazing. So you will get no protest from me.
Yay.
And I think, we're doing the 7-Ups, obviously have to do the French Connection.
Right.
If we can find the unedited version of it now.
Oh, I think it's not edited here. Because,
I'll find it.
It also is like, when it's edited, it actually cuts back on his performance a bit. Because he doesn't get to react to Gene Hackman being despicable. We could talk about this when it comes up. He doesn't get to react to him as a despicable person in the same way without the context of why he is that way. So it actually affects his performance more than it does Gene's, in my opinion.
Okay.
So it does a disservice to Roy. And then Clute.
Of course. Clute had to go on there.
Yeah.
That was like his breakout role, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that's the one that led to so many other things. Well, because it's you, there's no way I could not include Naked Lunch.
Yay!
Got to get some crony up in this one.
Yeah, exactly. I'm so excited. Oh my God, I'm so excited about this.
Yeah, and it's just gonna just keep going until we're done, and that way it's like, hey, there's not some artificial timetable that is gonna get in the way. We'll schedule it when we can, and we'll just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take a year apparently, but that's fine. If anybody deserves it, Roy does.
Exactly. It's interesting because I feel like when we come out like in 2026, we're going to be like, look what we fucking did. I think that's what we're going to feel like.
Yeah, it's a big project, but I think, cutting it up into smaller bite-sized pieces makes it a little bit more accessible. And it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. It's going to give me an excuse to really deep dive into one actor, probably more deeply than anybody I've done, except for Dolph Lundgren.
Right.
Him, Jean-Claude, and Schwarzenegger were like the three who I dedicated entire months to. But this is a lot more films and a lot more diversity of projects than any of those guys. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We still got some room on the B-sides list, and I have some movies that we can bring in there. So I didn't know that I was going to go past 5, so I kind of did a little slashy and went either Rainmaker, so like good movie, he's got a smaller role but good performance.
Yes.
Or Romeo is Bleeding, which I think he's got a bigger role but also still sort of like a scene stealing supporting role.
I like both of those.
All right, I'll just put both of them on there then. That's fine. And let's see. So that's the A sides. We have 7 alternates. We have 6 B sides. We have 6. And then I think, excuse me, I'm just thinking of this now, but I think we should do Beautiful Blue Eyes / Iron Cross, which is his last movie.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I don't care how good or how bad it is. I feel like because it's the last time we see him, we've got to find somewhere to add it to the list. So I'm just going to put it at the bottom of our alternates list for now.
Okay.
And I'll take it off of the bad movies we love crossover list. But that one has Red Serpent, The Doorway, Chain of Command, The White Raven, and Steel Train. So we can always like cross that bridge later. Yeah. It's like we've exhausted all of the good stuff that he's done, and we need some garbage as a palate cleanser.
Did you say evasive action? Because
yes.
Yeah, okay. Just that
it's like Speed.
It's like Speed or like Unstoppable.
Yes.
Which I love both those movies.
Yeah, exactly. And if you get Roy Scheider in it too, please, by all means.
Oh.
So yeah, let's see. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 7, 14, 20, and then those additional 5 makes it 25 total that could be in this project.
That's actually kind of perfect number. I love symmetry. Like I love landing on something like it's so annoying when I do volume on my television. I'm like, I have to be like evens, like I have to come up like it's like 24 or 25. But I could go 24 or 25, 26, 27, unacceptable. Nope. What? That doesn't make any sense.
Do you jump all the way to 30 at that point? You're like, well, if we're that high into the 20s, we're just going up.
I'll go to I'll do a 28, but I will not do a 29. So it's got to be like even, land on the even, or it has to be like the middle of a 10 kind of, part way. It has to be a tens or like has to be like kind of like
Cool. All right. I mean, my TV's
that.
so loud sometimes. It's like I typically keep it in like the 15s, and then all of a sudden I'm watching something. I was like, got to crank it up to 60, and then a commercial happens. And
Everything has different volumes. All the streaming sites are different volumes too. Which I think is so annoying. Just off Roy for a second, just because I saw this pop up. Have you ever watched the movie Switchback?
The Danny Glover and Christian Slater.
It's Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid. Thank you. Yeah, I've seen it.
That movie. I think Jared Leto's in it too.
Yeah, a young, sort of not quite famous yet Jared Leto.
Yeah. That's actually kind of a fun movie. Anyway.
It's a movie that I felt like did a good job with its twist. It played it like all the way till the end. Yeah. And I remember enjoying it, but it has been probably 30 years because it's like a late 90s movie.
Yeah, let me look. Yeah, 97. We should talk about it.
Yeah, 97 is a fun year in film.
Yeah, we should talk about that movie.
I'll put it on my other to-do list.
I think I've pitched you 2 bad movies we love. At that one and Blown Away.
Blown Away. Also, Going In was another one.
Oh, the Toronto movie.
Yeah.
We have so many things to talk about.
This is true. I know. I'm looking right here just at my like pending section, and there's like 50 movies. This year is about, planning things a little bit better. I'm still up against the gun here this month, though, trying to like make sure that I get stuff in, fortunately.
Awesome. I try not to throw everything that I see at you. I try to be very specific. I did think of a Christmas movie. I don't know if I told you.
No.
But it has Kevin Spacey in it, so I'm like, Fred Claus.
Which one?
Fred Claus.
Fred Claus. Okay.
Have you ever seen it?
I may or may not have seen it.
It's so fun. Anyway, okay. Anyway, but like as Roy, there are certain things you do on your show. Like you do the commercial, right? You do haiku. Now you
got the wheel, got word association. We've got the gateway drug movie. We got a lot of stuff.
You do a trailer. You watch the trailer.
Trailer rewind. Got new sound effects for that too.
You said the reviews. Do you mention that already?
Critics Corner.
I would like to have not as many things, but some things like that for this podcast.
Okay.
Not as many things, but maybe 1 or 2 things like that are we go to it. You know what I mean? Like we're not just talking about the movie, but we go to a specific thing. Segment. Yes. Thank you.
All right. I'll
so maybe we can both go to our separate corners and again and try and come up with segments. I don't want to force it either, but if there's something that pops into your mind, like for instance, like remember I was like, maybe if people come up with if we get people commenting about Roy Scheider, like if we get comments on Twitter or we ask people questions or we do a poll, we can, or if somebody sends us a photograph of something that they have, or, so-and-so was kind enough to, send us this photo or whatever.
Yeah, I like an idea of something like the mailbag of going in and reading some comments or answering questions or something like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll think of some other things. I'll try and keep it as light as possible because it's like that's
I don't want to.
When I edit my show, that's where everything comes into play. Is that like there's a lot of sound effects and timing that needs to happen in order to get everything lined up.
I feel like at most we should have maybe 2 things. You know what I mean? And maybe and the things that we don't have, we just are relying on ourselves to come up with. Yeah. One could be like from outsiders, the mail thing. And then we can have like one other segment that's like specific to him, I guess, that we just talk about where we go to that.
Yeah. Okay.
Specific thing. Kind of like what I was talking about with his like learning about him and his quirks or whatever. As an example, like in the Cage of the Month Club, They have a lot of stuff that they do, but they they do like a hand action that he does in a movie, or they do a quote that he has in that they retire a quote, or stuff like that. Like, but I feel like we need something specific to Roy.
Okay. I'll start brainstorming on that.
Yeah.
It's on my notepad now, so at least I won't forget about it.
I think that's it. I mean, we have our movies now.
We do. So
it's only going to take us.
The ball's rolling.
How often are we going to bring out an episode?
I mean, that depends on both of our schedules, but because there's no rush, I figure if we could maybe do 2 a month, that would get us close.
That would take us to the end of the year.
Yeah, right? Get us close to like finishing within a year, and then if we sneak in just a couple other episodes here and there, that would do it. And then like we could always do the bad movies we love portion of that and parcel that out and start it next year, like once we get through all the main stuff that we were going to do. So
yeah, okay, that sounds good. Yeah, anything else?
I don't think so.
We were hearing it longer than I think we were meaning to be.
Half hour, 40 minutes or so.
That's not bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is a good sort of like sample bite-sized taste of what this show is going to be like. So if people don't like it, I mean, they're going to find out right now.
This is I feel like this was exciting though. Like yeah,
it's tangible. It's real now.
That's so cool. That is so cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We get to start with Jaws. I mean, shit. Awesome.
What was his first film? What was his first feature?
That's a good question. I know he did a lot of, I think, TV, and then it was TV movies in the beginning.
Yeah.
Let's see. Series. I guess technically it's The Curse of the Living Corpse.
Funny. Yeah, because
is he the lead in this movie? Yeah, Rufus Sinclair was a cranky old millionaire with a terrible fear of being buried alive. After his apparent death, clauses in his will meant to prevent his being buried alive are violated by his uncaring family, and soon a masked figure begins prowling the family's Connecticut estate, slaughtering the family members one by one in a variety of separate, horrible ways.
Oh.
Can I just make an executive decision and put this on the list for the alternates?
Yes. You know what? You know what we should do? We should not tell. Are we going to tell people ahead of time what films we're doing?
I mean, isn't this what we just did for half an hour?
Oh, maybe we should cut this part, the part about this movie, or like redacted voices like about this movie.
That's true.
Take out the part where I say, what's his first movie? And then be like, surprise, we're doing his first movie and it's this. That'd be kind of cool, right?
Yeah, I think so. Because then if we end with like the last two that we're going to do are his first movie and his last movie, I think that's like a good bookend for
right. So if we say
his career.
Yeah. So we'd be like, can you edit it to be like, when I say, what's his first movie? It's like, like no,
yeah, I can.
And then you're like, oh, it's there.
Yeah, I could static it up, make it sound weird.
And it's just like, what?
Surprise, cool, surprise, right? Folks. Yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned indeed.
I feel like we started out. I think this is a happy thing, though, and a good thing. And it says something about how much we care about him and his filmography. Is that I think we started out and we were like, yeah, it's casual. We'll do like 6 films. And it's like the more we started looking at his filmography, we were like, oh no, it's too good to stop.
Yeah. And if we're going to do this, like I want to do it all the way. So
we're going to do it.
Yeah.
I think this is where we're starting to see our similarities as people. Because we're both like, yeah, let's give her. That's so, oh my God, that was so Canadian. Let's give her.
What does that mean?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, for
Giver?
the people who aren't Canadians, like
It
me.
just means like go for it. Like
Yeah.
give her.
Give her.
Yeah, I
Give
don't know
her
how
the
that.
old college try.
Yeah. It's a. I guess it's a Canadianism. I don't think that anyone else says that. And I would. And I think it's would be spelled like give apostrophe R.
Okay.
Giver.
Give her. Well, we're gonna give her for this, so
Like give it your all, your best. Do
Yeah.
it. Get her done. Is that another?
yeah.
Is
Get
that
her
another?
done.
Do you guys
I
say
don't-
that, or
I
is
don't
that
know.
another Canadian?
Wasn't that Larry the Cable Guy?
Oh, I don't know.
Is
I
he
just say-
Canadian? Larry
I
the
don't-
Canadian guy?
I don't think so.
All right. Well,
Mm.
we have quite a list of things to get into, but it's going to be great. Gonna be
I just
great.
thought of something.
Speak now.
It's not. I haven't. Okay, it's not solid. It's not solid thought. I'm just gonna say it. It's
Say
just
it.
the thing that popped in my head. It's like, like we could do. You know, I was talking about segments, but it
Mhm.
doesn't. I don't even know how what this would be. It's just like, what would Roy do? Is a possibility. It's just a name. I didn't come up with what that means. So don't come back. Don't be like, Nick. Don't be like, what does that mean? Because I don't know. But what would Roy do? Or like something like that.
Okay.
I don't know why it just like popped into my head. I'd be like, I don't know, because speaking of our cultural differences, like yeah, but do you think Roy would like that? You think do you think he'd like that? Or that's another thing. What would Roy do? Do you think Roy would like that? And then like, is this a Canadian thought? Is this an American thought? Like when we have especially if we like are like saying something, it's just like, oh, I didn't think of that. Is that Canadian? It would be funny. Anyhow.
All right. Well, yeah. If you flesh those out anymore, you let me know. I've got my little like.
Or if you
notes
are
set up.
like, yeah, what would Roy do? And you think of a way that would work, that would be cool.
Yeah, I'll have to do more behind the scenes Roy stuff. Just watch like interviews and
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Because maybe we can through the interviews, maybe we could do like Roy said, like.
Yeah, so I have a little thing here that says notes and quotes.
Okay.
I like a good rhyme, so
yeah, because it could be like things that he actually said, like not as a character, but because
exactly.
we're also, I think we're examining the man, right?
I think so.
We're not just doing him as an actor. We're talking about who he was.
Yeah, I mean, we're using the movies and the performances to sort of examine like his life as an artist, basically.
So we always have to remember that, like, as the through line. Like, I think that we should always kind of come back to that. Maybe that's the anchor.
Okay.
Maybe that's the anchor of the podcast, is that we always come back to like the man.
Yeah.
Or we can have a fact about him.
Okay. I like that.
Different fact about him each episode or something like that.
Okay. Well, we'll make sure that we do like ample homework when we do our episodes. And then I think it'll start to sort of iron itself out. I mean, that's what happened with my show. It was like, I want to do this. And then I had another idea and they just started going until there's so many ideas that are all now in the same show that it takes me a lot of time to put in all the sound effects.
But I think in just this episode alone, we came up with a lot of like solid stuff that we can work from.
Absolutely. So if this gets actually published and people end up listening to it, buckle up. Bring a parachute because we're diving into the Scheider-Verse.
Yay!
Take your Dramamine because then we're going to go across the Scheider-Verse.
Yay!
You might get a little motion sickness, but
you're sorry, no one can see your what you did there when you said that. When you said motion sickness, you did a little jerk.
yeah.
Like You were like, yeah, like you got pulled back by like a gravitational pull. You're like, get a little motion sickness.
Yeah.
It was
I'm
awesome.
an expressive talker.
Yeah, you are. Both of us are, which is it's just a shame that people can only hear our voices.
We can record it and release it as video if we really want to.
Not today. Not with
today.
This hair. Not with this hair. I told you.
All right. Well, maybe next time, but no pressure.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Well, all right.
Okay.
Take care.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to this special presentation of the Scheist Podcast. I hope you had a good time with us, and if you enjoyed it, please subscribe to the show and leave a rating and a review. We would really love to hear from you, so you can email the show at nick@thescheist.com, or you can reach out to me or Vanya on social media. If you're in the Toronto area, you can check out Vanya's Paid in Sweat program and more at Review Cinema, and if you're not in Toronto, you can check out her writing at thatshelf.com. And make sure to check out the whole lineup of shows on the Scheist Podcast Network, including Kunked, Hers, His, and Ours, Ex-Friends, and Bad Movies We Love. Links for everything is in the show notes for your convenience. So until next time, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and take care.